The popular romanticized depiction of fearless pirates with secret maps and talking parrots can be traced back to Treasure Island, the classic adventure tale written by Robert Louis Stevenson. Published as a book in 1883, Treasure Island was not the first story about buccaneers and buried gold, but has certainly become one of the most impactful. Stevenson's writing provided the basis of numerous elements widely associated with pirates today, including their colorful expressions and distinctive appearance. With its fantastic characters and vivid imagery, it's no surprise that Treasure Island has brought about countless adaptations and pirate films. So let's weigh anchor and explore 4 movie adaptations of this sensational story. This is Treasure Island by The Book.
Yo-ho, and a bottle of rum.
Mary? Why, this boy's got more fight in him than the whole of you. I like this boy. And if you understand King George's English, you better not lay a hand on him.
By 1934, Treasure Island had already been adapted twice for film. With this first sound film version, audiences of the era could escape into a high-spirited quest for fabulous wealth. However, changes to the dialogue and plot details make the story a bit more of a morality tale for children.
But you promised you wouldn't.
Well, I took that before I promised. But it's off my conscience now, and the Lord knows my conscience won't stand anymore, matey.
Filmmakers did their best to stay true to the spirit of the original despite the deviations to the narrative. The mid-18th century details lend an authentic look to the characters, while shots of full-scale schooners bring the maritime adventure to life. The opening scene introduces us to Jim Hawkins as he helps to run his parents' inn. He has already lost his father by the start of the movie, so this adaptation highlights the coming-of-age aspect of the story, as well as Jim's search for a father figure. Other key moments from the story happen off-camera in order to give more screen time to Long John Silver. In the end, it is Jim who helps Silver to escape, and they have one last moment recognizing each other's character. This film informs other works in depicting pirates with a heart of gold.
But when it comes to fighting, that boy there be a better man than any 2 of you.
Disney's first official live-action film is the adaptation that establishes the archetype of the pirate as a swashbuckling rascal with an exaggerated West Country English accent.
There's a kind of a passage being dug there, in a manner of speaking by nature.
Not only was actor Robert Newton from the same region in southwest England as Long John Silver, he also went on to portray pirates in subsequent films, further cementing his image of the stereotypical buccaneer. The screenplay emphasizes the action inherent in the story by excising some of the slower-moving parts of the book. Having the film begin with Black Dog's arrival at the inn establishes a sense of foreboding that continues to build as Jim and the others set sail on the high seas. Nonetheless, for a film that seeks to instill family values, it's to be expected that the darker aspects of lawless, mutineering 18th century pirates are omitted. Rather, brilliant colors, detailed sailing ships, and grand seascapes add dimension to the story, from Billy Bones' Black Spot to the final showdown on the island.
I like that boy. I never seen a better boy than that. He's more a man than any pair of you bilge rats aboard of here.
This British-American TV movie was noted for its faithfulness to the source material and for presenting a more realistic look at piracy. Long John Silver is less of an endearing rogue, but a deceitful, greedy, murderous criminal who happens to take a liking to Jim Hawkins. Much of the dialogue comes directly from the book, as well as several intense scenes that were toned down in other versions. At the outset, we hear a voiceover by Jim Hawkins as he recounts his story. Like other adaptations, Jim's father is completely left out, whereas in the book, he is the one who receives Billy Bones upon his arrival. Although the captain stays at their inn for months, Jim's father is too intimidated to ask him for the money owed them. He later falls ill and dies. Mrs. Hawkins, the only female character in the book, is shown to be a stronger person than her husband was. Her role is further elaborated on in the film, indicating where Jim gets his courage and sense of principle. By the end of the movie, as in the book, it is apparent that Jim has developed moral maturity, a priceless treasure in itself.
Run, lad! Save yourself!
Why are you doing this for me?
Because I like you, boy. I didn't think I was lying about that.
The obvious alterations to the story make Muppet Treasure Island a whimsical take on the original. With a blended assortment of actors and Muppets portraying the main roles, the film is characterized by caricatured performances, musical numbers, and fourth wall references. One of the more drastic changes to the plot itself has to do with the island hermit Benjamin Gunn becoming Benjamina Gunn, as played by Miss Piggy. Gunn becomes the estranged girlfriend to Kermit's character, Captain Smollett, whose role is naturally expanded for this movie.
Smollett, can it be you?
Benjamina.
Dangerous situations are exaggerated for comedic effect. However, all jokes aside, this loose adaptation maintains the themes of loyalty and friendship, as well as conveying moral lessons concerning greed and betrayal. On the surface, Treasure Island is a thrilling adventure of pirates searching for buried treasure, but this story also holds lessons in addressing one's personal identity. Through the eyes of young Jim Hawkins, we experience a sense of pride and accomplishment upon this universal journey of growth and learning.